She's written a book called SuperGal versus God, and it says, Lori, that it's based on a true story.
Yes, Bob.
And I asked you earlier if that was an autobiographical story, and you seem to actually imply that it could be.
Sadly,
Okay, now here's the truth. We're getting to the
Sadly, it is true. I will fess up that is my story. But what do you think my chances were in that battle? I didn't do so well in the end of that. I did great at the end of that battle.
Okay. Well, you are described as a recovering SuperGal-aholic.
Yes.
An author, speaker, Bible teacher, and you also sing.
I do sing.
Wow.
Yes, I do.
Multi-talented.
Yeah, I do too many things, which is hence the recovering SuperGal.
There you go. So you've got the SuperGal versus God book. That's your most recent. But the SuperGal saga has been going on for a while, if I'm not mistaken.
It actually has. This is the second edition of that book. And from that story, my ministry became the SuperGal syndrome.
Okay.
So we talk about all things SuperGal and write about it and blog about it and things like that.
So is SuperGal, let me make the correct social media description here. Is SuperGal, is it like a doppelganger? Is it some sort of meme here? Is it like somebody else who could actually be you? Are you writing fiction based on your own experience? So who is SuperGal?
SuperGal is my alter ego.
Okay.
And let me correct that. Was my alter ego. I am recovering.
It's your ego from a parallel universe.
Yes. Actually, a SuperGal describes me and any other woman who has that superhero complex, I call it.
Okay.
So, that she's the woman that feels that she needs to do everything herself, that she's got to control everything and everybody, that she's got to run everything because we're afraid. I didn't have a relationship with Christ, and so I had myself to depend on. And that is the beginning, the genesis of the problem, where if you're depending on yourself to be your own savior, you're in trouble.
That doesn't sound so good. So here you are, if I can kind of say what you said back to you in a sort of different way, only different, but you're basically saying that you didn't know Christ. You really wanted to be someone in control of your own destiny and control your life and probably those around you to a certain extent.
Absolutely,
Rule
those
the
around
world.
me.
And
yeah.
At some point, Christ came into your life, rocked your world, and things had to be different. But that can be a struggle.
It was a long struggle.
Is
Bob.
that kind of accurate, semi-accurate?
It is accurate, and SuperGal can have a lot of different faces. She can look insecure. In a nutshell, she's the woman who the world tells her she's not enough.
Okay.
We always want to be enough, and we don't feel that we've ever reached that. So we try harder, we race, we strive, we struggle for that approval.
Yeah. So that's an interesting word there, enough, and we hear that. I've heard it out of a number of speakers. I think there's a public service announcement or something that's around there where the young lady is telling herself, "I am enough."
Yes.
And so from your standpoint, enough for what? What are people really striving to be enough of?
Well, I guess the viewpoint that I had was that the world, for instance, told me that being dependent upon someone else, and particularly upon God, was not a good thing.
Yeah.
I was a child of the 60s, and we were told that we were to be independent and pull ourselves up by our own bootstraps and do all of those things that the world is telling us to do, but God's not saying anything of the kind. So we're taking our identity from the world and how they describe us, and we're trying to live up to that.